Welcome to another episode of Heal vs. Mental Card, and this episode has to do with a character that I probably don't talk about a whole lot, but I do love goblins. Of all kinds. So, when I was collecting, like I talk about in comics, like, I didn't see the Green Goblin actually for a while when I was collecting Spider-Man originally. Hobgoblin was my goblin, and I always liked him, even later, better than the Green Goblin because he seemed a lot more aggressive, and his stories seemed to be a lot more aggressive in ways. And it's probably just a sign of the time. He was a newer character, and that's the traits of him at that time. But I always enjoyed his stories. So when I got the chance to pick up a Hobgoblin figure, I really wanted to, and this is the one I got from the retro wave of Spider-Man. And even though, like, the colors on the figure, I might do some light brushing on it later to make it more horror in a way. The one thing I didn't like is him having the smile glider, and I know that's the way it was on the show and everything else. But when I got a chance to get these $4 gliders and stands, Fortnite stands at Ollie's, like, I bought several of them. And the first thing I did is I took the screws out to get the handles off of it, because this is going to be a stand-up glider. By the way, you can use these for, like, I think they'd be good for G.I. Joe, what was it, the Claw? I think it was the Cobra flying, the white flying one. Or, as I made one into a Batman glider too. But I just took to get the handles off, screwed out, really put the screw back in, even though later I'm going to use it for putting it on. But see right here, it stands good, and I just placed his thing on top of it. But these screws come in handy because I took them back out and then drilled holes in the top of it because I was going to put his glider on top of it. And here's the way I ended up doing it. But I had to heat it up, super glue that strengthened the screws in there, and then I heated it up so it go flat and super glued it on there further. I did one coat of silver on it, and then went back and did a coat of gold, and then silver and gold, because I didn't want it to look like new, really new. And then I started putting layers on layers of acrylic paint on it, and it looks really sloppy here. But it's just a matter of layers and layers, and I know sanding would probably help a lot more on these type of things. And the part of his original Goblin glider, it's on top of it, I put some purple glittery metallics on it to make it look a lot better. And then I edged off all of the edges so you can see the metal underneath it. And I gave it as much as I could a kind of worn down look too, because it's been through a lot of fights and it's crashed, and he's fought Spider-Man several times, so it shouldn't look like it's brand new. And some of that you can just get cracking on by heating it too far. Anybody's heated paints on plastics like new ones, you know that it'll start to crack. And so I did that to give it a more worn down and battle damaged look. And I think it come out actually pretty good. Like, he looks good with this, and I did the blue on there because the figure is actually more blue than purple. But I also went with some original purples because his bag's actually purple. And then you got the orange, different orange colors and on there. So I think overall it turned out really good. And these are great stands. By the way, if you get to Ollie's and get you a couple of these are really quality stands. You could probably adapt these to make them into like flight stands for like Superman characters or flying characters, because they really do good with the weight. Like, and this has a ball joint on the bottom of it, so you can, I mean, he probably fall over, but you can tilt it sideways and stuff, and it looks really cool. And this is my in progress roof of the Daily Bugle I've been working on forever. I got finalized the lights on it, but here's against my green screen.